Hello everybody, my name is CulBlu, and I am finally bringing you guys my Casters Network trials, or caster trials, sorry. Trial number 1, solo cast, and it is a little bit late, so I have to be a little bit quiet because my parents are probably trying to go to sleep. But, like I said, I'm finally bringing you guys my first one, and I think I should be the first one to do it since I'm the one who kind of created it all. And, yeah. This is the caster trial, so all this really is just basically a solo cast where I just go through and commentate on the game as I normally would. This is the before I do all the trials type cast thing, so I guess this would be a standard procedure for me. For all those who've never seen me cast before, this is how I typically cast. So anyway, let me go ahead and adjust my overlay a little bit because I just made this perfect. And everything is fine, everything is cool, everything is dandy. And oh yeah, fancy stuff, right? I just activated my trying announcer. If you guys watch another video that I made, the me opening items video, you guys can see that I do equip that. So anyway, cool stuff on that. This is just a normal cast, like I said before. Shout out to Casters Network, my baby. I finally got that going through. Finally got everything set up with that, and well, everybody's watching. So what else can I say, guys? Just trying to kill a little bit of time before this game gets started because nobody's fully picked up, and I personally don't like to introduce people until a whole entire team is picked up. So it looks like we got the whole entire raiding side picked up, so I'll do introductions on their side first. Starting off with this courier who has a freaking, I forgot the name of this, I think it's a fez. He has a fez, guys. It's a courier with a fez who rides a magic carpet. Freaking awesome stuff.
They're in for some terrifying weather.
But anyway, starting off with the raiding side, on this Lich we see Cometh on that Lich. Moving over to this Puck, we see Modest on her. Down in middle we see Dynasty, or Dynasty, however you want to pronounce that, on that Storm Spirit. On this Lifestealer we see Allison Breedle
begins
on him. And on this Lion, who I think will round out all the callouts on the side of the Radiant, we see Soup Base online, and that ends out all the callouts on their side. So moving on to the Dire side, in the jungle, hanging out by himself, we see the Earth Spirit all by his lonesome, pulling creeps like a boss, doing some nice little creep trapping of his own. I didn't know you can actually do that, but the cold never bothered me anyway on Earth. Moving over to the mid, we see Grumpy Old Man on that Shadow Fiend, because he's grumpy, he's old, and he's a man. Moving on top, we see Stan King on that Alchemist. I actually think I've seen this name before, but we actually might be seeing some action happen here very soon. We got Alchemist already picking up a stun already. We got Disruptor showing up. Disruptor does have a Thunderclap. He can toss it whenever he needs to, but it looks like they will be forcing everybody back away. Let's just actually go forward. Alchemist is going to start throwing his damage out. We got, I think it's a little bit too early. Disruptor throws out a little bit of damage. It's not going to be enough to actually kill the Lich, but a teensy bit early, but to be honest, the Invis rune on Alchemist was about to run out, so he did have to watch that a little bit carefully. On this Mirana, we see Stark.lex on her. And last but not least, on this Disruptor, I apologize guys, I cannot pronounce these characters, so I shall call you Japanese name number 1. My apologies if it's not actually Japanese. Meanwhile, in front of the tower, we got a first blood going to be going on top of Modest because he did get hit with the arrow coming up from Mirana, so some pretty good play coming up from Stark. Nice arrow, nice placement, nice everything. Just nice awareness of the fact that your arrows do go through your own creeps. Back on mid, we got a Storm versus a Shadow Fiend, and these guys are going to be having fun. Shadow Fiend, not really the most survivable of mids. He pretty much dies pretty easily. Storm Spirit, same thing can be said about him very early on, but if Storm Spirit can get a Vortex and a few right clicks or maybe a slight assistance with one of the supports, just a slight rotation, they can easily pick off Shadow Fiend all day long. On the flip side of that, same thing can be said about Shadow Fiend. And if you guys give me a moment, I actually gotta go change these settings really fast because I don't want this to be too jumpy for you guys, or too jittery. And also force to habit, turn open mic on. There we go, that should be a little bit better for all the viewers out there. But on this bottom lane, Earth Spirit versus Lifestealer / Lion. They got a pseudo dual lane going on. And it should be in favor of Lifestealer. He should be able to get all the farm that he needs. Earth Spirit, he shouldn't be dying anytime soon. He can just roll out whenever he needs to. Has the rocks already in place, preemptively just in case. Meanwhile, on top we got a little bit of a dive coming on. We got a Lich getting body blown like a boss, but the kill does go on top of Puck. A Lich trying to get some damage to Mirana, but looks like he's not going to be able to get anything. And we got Alchemist going to be able to finish off the right click Oh no, sorry, Disruptor gonna be able to finish off the right click on top of Lich. Meanwhile, down bottom, while all that was going on, we got a dead Earth Spirit. Looks like he was not able to roll out fast enough. Actually, it doesn't look like he popped it, but he did get caught out by the Lion. Yeah, got a stun, got a Hex. Lifestealer got the rest of the damage that he needed to get the kill. And all in all, I mean, so far things are working out for the Dire pretty well. Mid, we got a lot of damage going towards the Shadow Fiend, so Storm Spirit going to be able to get the advantage in his lane because of that. And we also had a rotation coming in from the Alchemist, so a little bit mistimed on that. But hey, he can rotate on top and try to go for a kill. He's going to go for the backstab on top of these guys, and I'm trying to branch out and talk about other things, but these guys are keeping the action going, which is great. Great for the first trial, the solo trial, so you guys see all of my flaws. That's what it's all about, guys. It's all about improving our casting game as casters, which is, well, that's the goal. It's to make us better casters and to potentially give us some viewership out there that we may have not gotten before. So nothing going to be coming to full fruition coming out from Stan King on that Alchemist. He's going to go ahead and Stan King right behind that tower. I heard an arrow from Mirana. No, did not hear an arrow, but stun coming out from my Alchemist on top of Lich. Lich is going to be going down. Puck is going to be able to make out some life. She gets glimpsed right on back into the fight, so she's not out of the hot water just yet. Meanwhile, Lich is trying to run away as fast as he possibly can, try to stall for as long as he can. Nobody's going to be coming for support. Modest does get hit with the arrow. No phase shift for you. Now we got Cometh on the run. He did not. Alright, I think he bought up everything that he needed to, or he doesn't really have anything to buy, but there is an invis rune. It's very unfortunate that he didn't run towards that. But Lich is on the wrong side of the river. Cometh should be getting killed by this Mirana, who has enough damage to actually kill him. Lich, oh my gosh, Lich got the kill on top of Mirana before he went down. Actually, I think they killed each other at the same time. Mirana did get enough damage, and the kill did count for her first, so that means Lich did not collect any XP from that. But at least Lich was able to get the kill on top of Mirana. So he made the best he possibly could have out of a bad situation. And speaking of bad situation, we got Lion trying to go for a stun on top of a grumpy old man. Grumpy old man gonna throw a few raises, get the kill on top of Lion, raising the roof like a boss. That's how you do it, guys. If you would have missed that kill, I'd have been pretty sad. But yeah, the rotation did come in from his Alchemist from top, so Stan King doing a good job with those rotations. And while we have a brief moment to breathe, let's go and take a quick look at these items, because Lifestealer has phase boots instead of treads.
Is under attack.
I am instantly intrigued. We just might see a race car Lifestealer, or maybe he just wants the extra damage. Not too terribly sure, but he's going to be farming down there for quite a while with that Quelling Blade. Meanwhile, Storm Spirit power treads mid, so nothing. Well, actually, a little. I wouldn't say questionable at all. I prefer if I was playing Storm Spirit, which if I was, I would play him pretty badly. But I would much prefer to see Arcane Boots on him so he can actually zip in and get some more mana and then zip back out. Do some crazy stuff like that. It allows him a little more flexibility, but the power treads do give him the survivability slash the extra burst in mana pool if he needs it, versus something like a Shadow Fiend. Or maybe when he starts roaming around and go for the ganks. It also helps with his right click. Moving on to Lich, support items. Puck doesn't really have much of anything. Alchemist is going to actually stun himself right on the backside of all this. Mirana arrow does hit, and Modest has been a freaking arrow magnet. That's going to be a 5-second stun. Modest is going to be backing away a little bit, eating a little bit of acid spray and eating a tree at the same time. So getting a nice little diet going on. Because who doesn't want their salad without some ranch dressing on top in the form of battery acid? Oh yeah, I would definitely eat some of that. Anywho, Dynasty on that Storm Spirit rotating towards mid, actually looking for a rune. The rune is not here. Did he bottle? Oh, he bottled a regen. Bottle regen on Storm Spirit is actually a very dangerous thing, especially for a Shadow Fiend who has no more bottle charges left. Well, he has one bottle charge left, but Storm Spirit should be able to get this kill on top of Shadow if he really wanted to. He could go for the deep down dive, but he has to be very afraid of the rotations from the supports. Speaking of the devil, there's a supporter rotating in. That's right, guys. Alchemist is nowadays played as a support. But look, there's also a support over here. I think Soup Base was scouted out by Shadow Fiend, so he's actually going to run on down bottom. Doesn't want to get caught with anything. Storm Spirit regen room popped. He was ready to go for the kill, poised and ready, but not going to be able to catch anything off the top of that. But instead, they placed themselves a nice little observer ward, and all is well. Actually, no, all is not well. We got Soup Base about to get stunned by the Alchemist. Alchemist does get the stun. Stan King going to be able to chase this Lion a little bit. Lion making a very wise decision to run onto that high ground as opposed to running towards his ally mid, because that would have gave vision of every. I'm trying to draw on the map. That would have gave vision of everybody in that path, and he would have definitely went down. Mirana is level 6, of course, not taking any points in the ulti until not anytime soon. Meanwhile, we got a Disruptor getting caught up by the Storm Spirit Dynasty. Going to be going down, gets glimpsed back so he can go right back to safety. Doesn't want to go down anytime soon. Shadow Fiend comes up with a little bit of damage. Grumpy old man actually about to be going down here very soon. Storm Spirit has enough damage to actually get the kill. Going to do a nice little bit of zip zapping and try to get the kill on top of that. Grumpy old man trying to get the kill on top of Storm, but not able to find the rises. Nothing connects, and he does go down. Speaking of people going down, Lich is trying to run away from Mirana. Mirana has an arrow in 3 whole entire seconds. Lich cometh, throws out the frost, and will we see a fish from Mirana? The answer is no. She will save that arrow for another day. Once again, guys, keep in mind my parents are still sleeping, and I have to be a little bit quiet. But actually, speaking of being quiet, we got Mirana arrow does fly, does land on top of Supebase. Supebase is scattered out because of that observer, or sorry, because of the arrow. It does give vision, and he is going to be able to survive. Alchemist not going to be able to survive, not going to be as lucky. Does get hit with that Earth Spike, going to be taking a whole bunch of damage. Stan King going to be going down for his troubles, and really, I mean, a lot of back and forth. I'm liking how close this game is. I'm liking how exciting this game is. Definitely a good way to start the trials. Why not? And Lifestealer has a second part of the 3 parts for the race car Lifestealer. He has the drums of endurance, which are really nice for his attack, and also really nice for his mana pool, which is very lacking. Means he can actually pop open wounds, maybe get a rage off, maybe get more than an extra rage off or 2 when these fights do happen. Anyway, we got Shadow Fiend getting caught on the worst way possible. Does go down, and easiest kill of their life. Not really much to commentate on top of that. But I'm back to Lifestealer. The drums, like I said, gives him stats for his strength, and also the intelligence increase helps out. I mean, it may not help out a whole bunch, because he can only pop 1 rage, really. But even still, gives him the movement speed, which is what's the most important thing.
Dire's middle tower is under fire.
Man, I'm not used to this.
Dire has strengthened their structures.
Yes,
Dire's middle tower is
right, I was going to say something about these Iron Branches, but it's not really relevant, because we got TPs coming in. These guys, one's going for a kill. Alchemist charged up and stun already, not going to be able to find the range on top of anybody. Stuns himself right in the net of safety, right behind his own tower. Meanwhile, down bottom, Lion picking up his own branch, and we got Branch Dota all over the place, guys. Mirana is top, working on what looks to be a Diffusal Blade or a Yasha, likely a Yasha to help her with that chase. Her ulti is not skilled just yet. She's probably going to wait till level 9 to get a point out of that, or maybe level 8. Don't really know. Meanwhile, down bottom, Lion getting CC'd to death, does get hit with a few abilities, gets kicked right on back to base, and gets kicked right on back to the creeps, and he's going to be taking all the damage. Disruptor claiming his kill like a boss, and that is definitely a good way to use Earth Spirit. Meanwhile, mid, we got a Shadow Fiend going to be going down. He had enough time to turn around and throw out a few raises, but he still would have died. Alchemist comes in with a stun. Stun does land on top of his own self, and Storm Spirit does have all kinds of vision of this because he has that Observer Ward here. He is going to be able to see it. Meanwhile, TP did come mid from Disruptor, and down up top, we got a lot of damage going towards Puck. She's going to be actually getting hit with the Starfall. No Starstorm to fall up on top of her head. But Modest, like I said, definitely attracting all kinds of arrows. I guess you can say Mirana just trying to argue her case, and Puck finally gets the point. Oh, made a joke. Sorry, guys. It was horrible. I know. I have permission to do that every once in a while. So we got a kill about to happen up top on top of Mirana. Actually, no, these guys do find somebody better. They find themselves a Puck. Oh, sorry, they find themselves a Disruptor, who is going to be able to make it out alive because Mirana just put a point in for ulti. Disruptor throws out the wall. The wall does miss, and meanwhile, Puck not attracting this magnet. Not today. She's going to be able to survive, live to fight another day, but somebody's not going to be able to live to fight another day. It's going to be a stunned Alchemist. Sorry, not a stunned Alchemist. It's going to be a stunned Lich. Lich, not the one to have a whole bunch of HP points anyway, but did die pretty fast.
Radiant's top tower is getting walloped.
Relative to all the things that's fine. Relative to all the things I missed. So Lifestealer is in fact going for that sign, so we will be seeing a Sanji Yasha full-on race car Lifestealer, which, for all those who don't know, race car Lifestealer is basically built as much move speed as you possibly can with a Sanji Yasha drums and phase boots, and you just move close to max move speed. Top tower getting denied by the Lich.
Top tower.
Kame. Gonna be able to get that using the creeps to his advantage, trying to dodge an arrow too coming out from Stark on this Mirana. It looks like Mirana will back away and just very patiently so. Doesn't really have to go for anything, doesn't want to get caught out. Doesn't want to lose anything for no apparent reason. You know, Stan King is waiting here, waiting for the rune. Rune is actually going to be top, and it's going to be a regen, and that's going to be picked up by the Puck by the looks of it. I'm sorry, by the Storm Spirit on the same team. So I say Puck is going to beat Storm to it. Oh no! But a Dynasty on that Storm has a little bit of mana to work with now. Oh, sorry.
Radiant's
Man, a
bottom
little bit
tower
of
has a
momentum to work
nasty
with now. He can actually go for a
situation.
quick kill on top of Shadow Fiend. That'll be easiest kill of his life. I don't know if these. Yeah, they definitely saw it. They saw the. They saw the ward pick. Or so they saw the rune pick up by that ward. The Dire also have a Sentry Ward placed here mid, just in case Mirana decides to pop her ulti. Which is. Oh, sorry, wrong person. Wrong team. That is Sentry Ward here to de-ward that Observer Ward. There you go. But I'm hanging out in the jungle. We have a wild lion. No blink dagger to his name, but if he did have one, he would be dangerous as crap. Lifestealer is actually inside his Storm Spear right now. They're going to go for a quick pick off on top of Mirana. Her ulti's on cooldown for 10 seconds. She's not going to be able to do anything to escape except for turn around throwing an arrow, but she's not going to have time to do that. Dead Mirana is dead. Easiest ganks of these guys' life. Meanwhile, Suit Base on that lion is waiting in the jungle, waiting around the side, trying to wait for these guys to start initiating. They will initiate. Stan King will begin hit the stun here very soon. Or get turned to far, don't really know. Beautiful Dream Coil coming up from Puck. Sound stuff, but she's still alive. She's still doing work. Lion got himself a nice little quick kill. Dynasty zips in, gets a Disruptor, getting a whole bunch of damage right off of his face, and Disruptor should be going down here. The Puck is actually ironically picking up kill. Here comes Earth Spirit doing all kinds of work, doing some huge damage, but not enough to actually get the kill on top of Lifestealer. Lifestealer will be able to make us on alive, and Mirana ulti actually goes through. More damage going towards Lifestealer, more reflection bouncing off everywhere. He has one more stone left. I don't know if he really wants to throw it. Looks like he will. He actually gets the silence on top of Lich. Make sure no ulti flies. The arrow flies from Mirana. She's going to be able to get a whole bunch of damage on top of Lifestealer. Let's see if he'll be able to make us alive. Looks like he will be able to. And Storm actually zips out of jungle on the backside of all that. But he's working on Orca Malevolence, and he should have that by about the next team fight. Meanwhile, Stark on that Mirana actually taking a whole bunch of damage. The ulti from Lich bouncing all the way back. Not going to be able to hit the Mirana, but he felt like it was going to be close. Thankfully, Mirana did get saved with that geomagnetic grip.
Didn't you hear me telling you to throw it?
Stan King on his Alchemist stunning himself up, as you guys heard right there. And take a look at the rest of the items. Like I said, Orchid's coming up on Storm. Very typical item for him to build. Really useful versus someone like Mirana who just wants to leap away. Moving on to everybody else, nothing too impressive just yet. It looks to be Disruptor could be building some of Vladimir's offering for. Yeah, never mind. He's not gonna build a Vlads this game. There's really nobody to build it for. Mirana has herself a Yasha, so that's a big item for her. She also has those phase boosts, so that's more damage. And Shadow Fiend, well, he built a belt of strength. I'm not really sure what he's gonna be building with that. Oh, power treads, right. So we got Cometh on that Lich, found himself a Stan King in the jungle. Stan King will be getting ganked by these two guys. Alchemist pops that stun, pops that ulti, tries to get a little bit of damage. Will he be able to have enough? Looks like he will just barely get the stun on top of Lion, but he does get the stun on top of himself. Lich has one Frost Blast, and that's all he really needs to get the kill. Mirana has no mana, so luckily Lich should be able to make us alive. He also has a Disappearance, he can't pop that. Active Storm Spirit is going to zip in. Lifestealer comes up as well. Stark's going to be taking a whole bunch of damage. No Orcas on Storm, but that will be the gold for it. He actually has it now. So Mega Heal going towards Dynasty, and Lich keeping his life intact. So very good play coming up for these guys. I just barely saw Storm zipping on that mini-map. Looks like that is a full, almost a full Yasha up on Lifestealer. All he needs now is just the gold to buy himself that last piece, that Blade of Alchemy. And he'll be full on race car life. So look at that, 441. I think that's movement speed we just saw right in front of ourselves. Grumpy old man hasn't really been transitioned to anything big just yet. By the way the game's going, he's still working on the Wraith Band. It's not really where you want to be as a Shadow Fiend. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes straight BKB into Deso, or maybe if he goes Deso and straight into BKB. I don't really know, but actually he's going to be losing his life right now. So he's going to be going straight into the grave, of course. Does take all the damage in the world. Suit Base saying, bro, I got that kill on that line. Takes it from Storm's hands. Says, Storm, you don't need any more gold, bro, because I need a Blink Dagger. And what does Lion build? Oh, he's playing support. He's not really building anything big. Not really saving up too much gold either, so can't really say he's going for a Blink Dagger. I guess it's a little dream that I have. Sorry guys. Sorry to get your hopes up, but no Blink Dagger line. Bottom tower should be going down here very soon. Middle tower looks like it's going to be the trade for a few right clicks on top of it.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Mirana arrow to fly, does miss everything. Even the creeps in the jungle. And the bottom tower for the Radiant does go down. The Dire, they can come back and defend this mid tower. The question is, do they have the TPs for it? And yes, they definitely do. Mirana has TP, Shadow Fiend has TP, there's TP on the Disruptor as well. So the Radiant need to be very careful about going for this next fight. speaking of that, the Radiant have excellent vision inside of the dire jungle. They know where the heck everybody's coming from. They're going to be able to see the
Dire's
Alchemist
top
is here,
tower
placing
isn't
his own
well at the
observer ward,
moment.
and they can also see his very, very beautiful aggressive ward. Early game aggressive, later game aggressive short, or mid game aggressive short.
Dire's top
Late
tower
game,
is
you
not
might want
on
to place it a
top
little
of
bit further back,
things.
but while that tier 1 tower is still up, that's an excellent spot to place it because you can basically scout out anybody in the backside. Speaking of scouting people in the backside, Stan King gonna be getting scouted out, does go down. Easy kill is easy by Storm.
Blew the man down.
Blew the man down, as you guys heard him. The tier 1 tower looks like it will be the trade for this tier 1 tower on the
Radiant's middle tower
outside.
is
I
not
don't
safe.
necessarily agree with this trade because I think the Radiant need to keep that advantage of this tier 1 tower, but they can't really defend this.
Dire's
It's too
top
much around them.
tower
Mirana
is
ulti
under
will be able to
attack.
help these guys run away
Radiant's
scot-free
middle
if they
tower,
needed
Radiant's
to.
middle
Or if they
tower,
needed to.
Dire's top tower was utterly destroyed.
So we got the Dire running on through. The Radiant do know about this. They know the rotations are coming on through, so they need to be a little bit careful, especially because Mirana ulti can pop at any moment in time. And oh, right, vision, right. Sorry guys. It's like the Radiant looks like they want to go for it. They want to go for the kill on top of something. If they can catch Mirana, she's going to be easy kill. Lifestealer's coming on through, 441 movement speed. Mirana ulti does come through. She does jump out of the way. Disruptor ulti does come through. Death's appearance getting thrown by Alchemist, and Alchemist does miss everybody by the looks of it. He does eat himself a nice little stun coming up from Alchemist. Meanwhile, we got Earth Spirit doing a whole bunch of work. Pops his ulti on top of Puck. Puck is going to be taking a little bit of damage. Nobody else getting caught with that ulti, and I think that's going to be it for the engagement. We got the rest of the Dire chasing. They will be finding the Lion. Lion has no force staff to his name, so he can't really do anything but stand there and take the damage. Does go down for his troubles. Lifestealer did make it out alive though. And Storm, he is nowhere to be found because he did run mid with everybody, or with Lifestealer.
Dire's middle tower is under fire.
But by the looks of it, looks like he'll be 3 kills for a middle tower. The defense is coming on through. That is an Alchemist plus a
Dire's
wild
middle
Disruptor
tower is
coming
in
up to
the
show
wrong
up
end
to
of
get the
business.
support. Or sorry, get the protection by the tower. And Lifestealer did jump inside of his cab ride. Storm Spirit will be driving it home because Lifestealer is drunk on blood. TP going down bottom. Mirana ulti is on cooldown. Storm Spirit has an Orchis. He's going to go for the kill. He gets an Orchis on top of Mirana. He does stop just short on Mirana, so Mirana will be able to have a little bit of room to run away, but she can't run away all that far. Does get the leap. Lifestealer able to get that last right click because Dota. Yes, her life was definitely stolen right out from under her, and 500 move speed is what Lifestealer moves at. Maybe when he pops those drums, he moves at 522. But guys, that's a pretty fast moving zombie right there. That's all I gotta say. So taking a look at the rest of the items, we see ourselves Shadow Fiend going for that BKB. Wraithband finished finally, so Wraithband Dota, best Dota. BKB coming up, and then probably straight up Deso, or maybe
Dire's bottom
even he
tower
can go
is
for a
under
Butterfly.
attack.
But to be honest, he doesn't have all that much HP to play with, so definitely going for that BKB. I don't think it was a choice for him. He had to go for BKB, especially when you have a Storm Spirit doing that kind of damage. Between Lich and Lion, they have all kinds of control, and Puck just so disruptive when you're trying to focus somebody down and just get a few raises to finish off a kill. So yeah, guys, BKB obvious item. Just saying. CulBlu totally called it. Racked it up on the points. I don't even know if there's a point system. Going to be a point system for the caster trials. But hey, anyway, down bottom we got a whole bunch of damage going towards, of course, Earth Spirit. He got silenced up by the Storm. And Storm saying, bro, I'm way better than you. Because Earth Spirit and Storm Spirit are brother. Never mind. It makes sense.
Dire's bottom tower is in
Arrow from
turmoil.
Mirana does miss everything. It looks like the grip of this game is definitely in the favor of the Radiant. This is the Radiant's game to lose so far. The Dire haven't really been able to get anything going from him. Shadow Fiend not nearly dealing as much damage as they did him to. Alchemist, he's playing support, he's not really doing too much. Looks like the kill will be happening on Mirana once again. If she didn't learn once, she's gonna learn twice. She better start running right now. Storm Spirit will be will be running on through. Going to the secret shop to finish up his never mind, he needs 2 more pieces. His next to last item. Coming up for that. Storm Spirit actually expected Mirana to run away in this path. It does not find her. He actually walks past the Dire ward, and these guys did see it. They are going to run away. Lich Ice Armor is on top of Storm, and now we got Mirana TPing out. Just
Radiant's
a clean
top
TP.
tower needs bandages.
And looks like that'll be it. Mirana survives. No ulti popped either, so that's going to be perfect for the next
Radiant's
set
top
of
tower
team
is under
fights.
attack.
They'll be able to set up something very, very beautiful here very soon. Meanwhile, Lion waiting around from the observer to die.
Radiant's
Maybe
top
he needs to
tower
drop that
needs
Sentry and D ward.
bandages.
But he was all kinds of scattered out by the Dire. Disruptor playing extremely safe, trying to build himself a mechanism for his team. Meanwhile, Alchemist and Mirana are coming in for the kill. Alchemist working on what looks to be a Medallion of Courage. Zips comes in from Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit not able to find anybody just yet. He has a haste so he's going to be able to run pretty fast. Beautiful stun coming from Alchemist. Does catch both. Disruptor glimpses him back. Beautiful play coming up from Disruptor and crew. Oh my gosh, the supports on that one played out of the mind. That was a beautiful play. And they're going to go for the chase on top of Lion. Lion getting hit with a negative earn charge. He's going to be taking quite a bit of damage. He will be getting stunned up by the Alchemist. Storm Spirit zips back in. He has a haste. Why not keep running? He's going to go ahead and use it to his full advantage. And there's a run going to continue. Beautiful stun coming up on top of Lich. Nice play coming up from Earth Spirit. And it looks like that will be the first thing that they needed to roll their way. Dire doing a great job of definitely keeping themselves in this game, but talk about that Alchemist stun. That was a beautiful Alchemist stun. Beautiful reaction coming up from Lich as well. Basically what they did was they stunned up Alchemist, they stunned up Storm and Lifestealer at the same exact time. So perfect timing on that. And as soon as Disruptor saw that they were stunned, they basically threw Storm Spirit back and just killed Lifestealer. And I do agree, Knights, how awkward was that? That was a very awkward way to die. Roshan will be getting done. Alchemist is about to go down.
Dire defeated Roshan in heated battle.
Immortality.
I was about to say, Alchemist is about to go down here. Needs to be careful. He's going to go ahead and start stacking ancients or farming ancients. Not too sure which one he's going to do. He's going to start farming ancients because he needs gold too. Helping out Mirana with that gold lead. While Mirana helping him out with his gold needs. Meanwhile, some group farming going on with Disruptor and Shadow Fiend, because if they get caught up by Storm, who's actually hunting right now in the jungle, if they get caught up by Storm, they're pretty much dead. Storm almost has a gold for flat Bloodstone. He has a point boost already, helping out his mana troubles and also with his health troubles that he might have. But he does need those two other pieces, and he also needs that Perseverance, which I think Perseverance runs 1675. I'm never sure about the Perseverance. Oh, 1750. Okay, whatever. Whatever year it is, guys. Whatevs. Shadow Fiend and crew are hanging out in the jungle. They're going to continue farming. Just farming going on around the map. And while the people are farming, let's go and talk about the gold graph, because something I neglected to talk about. I will admit that, but we can see that the Dire, they did have a nice little hold early game. It was going back and forth, but the Dire did come out victorious. But after that point, I mean, there's just a certain point where Storm Spirit got his items and Lifestealer started jumping inside of him, and they just killed person after person after person after person. Beautiful setups coming out from the supports, beautiful ganks as well coming out from Lich, or sorry, beautiful turnarounds coming out from Lich and also from Lion. But at the end of the day, it was all about that Storm Spirit Lifestealer doing work on top of the whole entire team. But as you guys can see, throughout the course of the game, the Dire have been able to fight back, and they're scrapping the way back into this, and the gold advantage is almost zero. To be honest, if you count the towers. Okay, never mind, the towers are even. I was about to say, if you count the towers, and the tower advantage is actually in favor of the Dire, but... Or sorry, is actually in favor of the Radiant, but the tower counter is actually almost even, so you guys can pretty much count this completely zero. Because the tower gold is... Or sorry, the towers are completely even, which means no extra advantage on either side. Actually, this middle tower about to be going down here very soon. These guys are in the process of denying it, so... It'll spike the graph up a little bit towards the Radiant, but not as much as it would be if the Radiant actually killed it. And the other towers on the Radiant side, they're all pretty healthy. Not really going to see too much going on crazy there. Sorry to disappoint. Oh, and also you can count Roshan too. So Roshan is essentially equal to a tower kill, because every time you kill a tower, every person on your team gets 200 gold, and the person who got the last hit on the tower gets like bonus gold, but we're not talking about that. Just a 200 gold that goes towards everybody on your team, so 5 times 200, it's 1,000 gold. When you kill Roshan, everybody gets 200 gold. Same concept. Or killing Roshan is like killing a tower, except for Roshan responds and towers don't. So with that said, the Radiant are, I guess still ahead in the gold graph, because they are down by that Roshan gold, which is definitely playing a factor in the Dire's comeback. I think they still have the Aegis too. Yeah, they still have the Aegis on. Wow, they put on Earth Spirit. Wow. I would much prefer to see that put on top of somebody like Shadow Fiend, so you can actually get it right clicks off after the initial burst. Because as soon as these fights start, Storm Spirit is going to jump on top of Shadow Fiend as fast as he possibly can, because Shadow Fiend is going to start dealing damage. To be honest, he actually might focus on Mirana first. So he Destiny and or sorry, Dynasty Dynasty and Lifestealer might actually jump on top of Mirana first, which just might give Shadow Fiend just enough room to start right-clicking, but his right-click doesn't really hurt as much as Mirana's just yet. Actually, it hurts just about... Actually, wow, okay. Yeah, right. That Necromastery, right, totally forgot about that. Necromastery hurts a lot. Anyway, Mirana ulti can come through, she needs it to. We got the Shadow Fiend, not Shadow Fiend, we got a Lion. Lion D1 with the Sentry Ward. These guys do know there's a Sentry Ward over here. They do not want to walk in that range. That's right there. I'll keep that ring up while this fight happens, just to see how far this guy's skirt on the outside. Mirana's coming around the side. She's going to be able to throw a nice little beautiful stun on top of Puck, but it's not going to be all that long. Alchemist charges up his stun, needs to find the Storm. Storm does get caught. He does get caught in the Storm of Disruptor. Beautiful rollout coming out from Earth Spirit. The damage is going on the front side, damage is going on the back side. Lifestealer is dead. The kick comes out from Earth Spirit on top of Mirana by the looks of it. She's actually stuck in the trees, or is that no, it's Lich. Lich actually stuck in the trees. He's going to be able to TP out. Meanwhile, Lion does get hit with the stun coming out from Earth Spirit. Earth Spirit going to be able to find the Lion. Does get the kill on top of that. Everybody's dead on the side of the Radiant side. I don't know how to say it other than beautiful play coming out from the Dire.
Radiant's middle
Nice
tower
execution.
may need a hand.
Nice execution indeed. Very hard to know where they were focusing because that fight was spread out all over the place. But for the most part,
Radiant's middle
Storm
tower is
zipped in
under
full
attack.
man mode, knowing full and well that somebody had the Aegis. Somebody had the Aegis, trying to see if he can get a kill. Got caught inside the Static Storm by Disruptor. Good focus by him. Meanwhile, we had Lich getting kicked over into the trees. Puck got hit with that arrow, so she wasn't able to do much. Her ulti is still on her right now. And Lifestealer, he got caught out some kind of bag, and he went down as well. So, all in all, really good fight coming out from the Dire. The Radiant will be forfeiting this top tower,
Radiant's top tower is
and
under
the advantage
Radiant's
that you
top
have from
tower
Storm
was
Spirit
crushed to smithereens.
usually lasts until the mid game. But once everybody starts building BKBs, it doesn't really matter much. The main reason for that is because Storm loses a lot of his control, which is why he needs to start transitioning into a right clicker or somebody who can just flat out kill people without spells. And Mirana actually gets killed by Storm down bottom. But until that point, Storm Spirit will still reign supreme, especially when he has a Lifestealer for that Night Spawn to help him out with the damage output. Anyway, we got a fight coming on mid. We got Alchemist actually the only one getting caught. He's going to go ahead and break that tether here very soon. No, he's not going to break the tether. The Storm does come out from Disruptor. It did come off cooldown once again. Everybody's taking a whole bunch of damage. Lifestealer going to be able to fight inside of that. Meanwhile, we got Storm Spirit zipping on the backside, trying to catch us up with Shadow Fiend. Shadow Fiend popping the BKB, force the TP out. He's not going to be able to make it alive. Basher from Lifestealer says, no, you will not go anywhere. And that's a dead Shadow Fiend. That's a wasted BKB charge. Now we got Disruptor on the backside. He's running away. He's going to take all the damage. The world does go down. 299 gold to Gryffindor. Because why the freak not? And also in the jungle, we got an Ember Spirit, or Earth Spirit, pump himself a Ghost Scepter. He will be able to roll on out. Storm Spirit not able to catch him. And that's actually going to be Aegis on, Aegis is still on Earth Spirit. But we actually got the Observer War for both the Radiant and the Dire in the same spots. Two eyes. Two different ones, Ancient Apparition Observer Ward and Crystal Maiden Observer Ward. And I think Mirana just showed the fact that her ulti was used, so the Radiant can push in all they want without any fear. They also have the Sentry Ward placed down here too. So H is going to actually be run out in 30 seconds, so that honestly would have been a perfect time for Earth Spirit to die. The rotation would not have come in fast enough for Storm to actually kill Earth Spirit again. He could have just rolled out afterwards. But hey guys, they don't have map hacks. They don't know that. Earth Spirit playing as safe as he possibly can. And we got a Desolator coming up soon on Mirana. I gotta be honest guys, I would like to see a BKB on Mirana as well. Because all the control that's coming out from the Radiant is really what's killing these guys. Lifestealer, you can kite him to death. Storm Spirit, yeah, he can zip zap and do his little boop bop fancy moves, but really, if he can't vortex you, if he can't keep overload on you all day long, or if he can't orchid you, he can't kill you. His damage output is not nearly close, or not nearly as high as it needs to be to pick off somebody like a well, okay, he can pick off everybody easily with a few right clicks, but needless to say, if you can get rid of that vortex, you can just fight back and you can possibly kill him before he can kill you. Moving on to Lifestealer, like I said, you can kite him to death. He's actually inside of Storm Spirit right now, so they're looking for somebody. Lion, yeah, Lion's a problem. His stun and also his fraud, plus his ult. Don't ever underestimate Lion's ult. That thing does hurt a lot. Almost always, it hurts a lot. Lich, same thing. His ulti bouncing around. Bounce Dodo is best Dodo, and Puck, same concept. So all in all, the team fight potential coming out from the Radiant is actually really strong. Dire have a lot of control as well. They had the Disruptor with his Static Storm, which has been doing quite a bit of work, especially on Storm and also on Lifestealer to a certain extent. Earth Spirit, he has every push and pull gem and a grip rolling out, doing all kind of slows and just being as obnoxious as possible. Alchemist with his Acid Spray helping out everybody with the damage output and also his stun. Shadow Fiend, his right click is not really at where it needs to be, but it's getting there, so he's going to be a big factor here very soon. And Mirana, of course, she's been carrying her team so far in the absence of Shadow Fiend. But pretty soon we'll see Shadow Fiend just get powerful enough to just right click everybody down and get those key crits that we're all used to seeing him get. And hopefully he's not going for Silent Yasha, because that would be silly. Anyway, the push is coming on down bottom. The fight will happen here very soon. Mirana ultis up so they can de-initiate if they need to. We actually got a Alchemist farming on the backside. Just trying to see if he might catch up. Storm Spirit does zip around the corner, does not catch anybody's Earth Spike coming out from Lion. Looks like that was placed on the ground before anything was placed. Mirana ulti does go through. They're trying to see if the Radiant do decide to venture out, because if they do, they will be going down. Shadow Fiend gonna get scouted out here very soon. Alchemist stun does fall on top of Storm, but Storm does find himself a nice little BKB, and there's an ulti coming out from ulti coming out from Disruptor, ulti coming out from Shadow Fiend. A lot of damage going away. 2 people dead on the side of the Radiant. Lich gonna TP right back in. His ulti's up. He's ready to throw. He's gonna go ahead and toss it right on top of a creep, or I think it's a Mirana illusion. Meanwhile, Lifestealer did jump back inside of a Lion because he wants a GTFO, and Lion wants to initiate it again. And if the fight does continue, I think the Radiant will be losing this fight. Or sorry, the Radiant will be winning this fight. Actually, no, they will be losing because Lifestealer is almost dead. He's running away. Arrow from Mirana does fly. Does miss everybody.
Reinforced their structures.
Bottom tower taking a whole bunch of damage. The creeps right here. Stark going to zip forward. Actually catches himself a nice little Mirana. And Mirana is going to be going out. I think she bought her Desolate. No, she did not buy her Desolate before she died. Meanwhile, Lion does pick up that kill. And this tower will be living to fight another day. The Dire in full retreat. And an E-Blade actually picked up by Earth Spirit.
Situation.
Which I do like this item choice too. So E-Blade, Earth Spirit. Earth Spirit's damage as far as spells go, not really all that impressive in my honest opinion. Yeah, he can do, what was this? 250 damage from that, and then he could do, was this 150 or 130, okay, blue, big damage. And oh look, another 125 damage, but like, it's not a lot of damage. The E-Blade is more so for keeping people alive, so if Storm Spirit decides to jump on somebody, if Lifestealer decides to jump on somebody, Earth Spirit can throw out the E-Blade, theoretically, on Lifestealer or Storm Spirit, or his allies, to keep them alive. The only drawback to throwing on top of his allies is that he has to be very careful about throwing on top of somebody before, like a Lich ult or a Lion ult, especially a Lion ult, because that would pretty much mean that they're dead anyway. But what he can do is he can also take out somebody like Storm or Lifestealer if they're trying to go for the right clicks after all the CC goes through. If you're trying to go for right clicks, you can just basically take them out of the fight, or maybe set up Disruptor for going for that quick damage and killing somebody. So all in all, E-Blade actually an intelligent choice. It's like a Force Staff, but it works on both you and your allies, so it can keep both of you guys safe at the same time. Or it can be, it's a versatile item, so I like it. Basically what I'm trying to say. Bloodstone finally picked up on Storm Spirit. I thought he had that already, but no, he obviously didn't. Stand King on the Alchemist gonna go ahead and tank up Roshan because he has 150 regen? Nope, only 75.
Roshan has fallen to the Dire.
And there we go, Shadow Fiend rightfully picking up the Aegis, working on a Mantis style for his right click and also for his survivability. He needs to go ahead and drop that magic wand and pick up that ultimate orb because he does need the HP stats. And Deso's finished up on Mirana, so next team fight gonna be very scary. Mirana and Shadow Fiend need to be melted as fast as they possibly can. Mirana doesn't really have much HP to begin with, but she puts out a crazy amount of damage now with that Desolator coming our way. Meanwhile, Shadow Fiend, he's, like I said, he's not where his team needed him before, but he's definitely fought his way back into this. He survived long enough to get his big item, and now all he needs is just the recipe. He has his Mantis style. And he can start working on his crit, or maybe start working on a Desolator of his own if he really wants to go for that. Or Scotty as well. Although I still don't like Scotty. A Disruptor, what are you working on? Really nothing. As far as everybody else's items, Lifestealer Basher did get the kill on top of Shadow Fiend once. So we did know that was out in the field. Meanwhile, Blink Dagger's up on Puck, so she can't do that far initiation that her team might need, get that sexy positioning. Alchemist Force Staff and also Medallion of Courage, 2 good items for him to have as a support. And Mirana, of course, Desolator, Mantis style, big items for her to have. All she needs now is like a Daedalus or maybe, yeah, just a Daedalus is the only one I can think of. And Disruptor actually going to go for a smoke, or buying a Smoke and Deceit. They're going to go for a Smoke and Cave very soon. They're going to catch everybody one shot if we finish up these creeps. Everybody's together. Smoke and Deceit is going to get popped. 3, 2, 1, 0. -1. There we go. Smoke and Deceit popped, and Mirana ulti goes through, so they're going to try to see if they can find somebody, get detected, and then go for the kill. I don't really know if they should have used both. They should have used the Mirana ulti to de-initiate, but Lifestealer looks like he has Gem, or he has some kind of vision. They do see him. A Disruptor did throw out the wall, that's what it was, and that did let him know that what was going on. Meanwhile, we got Dynasty on that Storm Spirit hiding around the corner. He's going to actually zip in, trying to go for the kill on top of Alchemist. Will he be able to get the kill? Yes, he will be able to get you, and the Lich ulti going to be bouncing around quite a few bounces. Shadow Fiend getting his nice little ulti off, getting some damage, trying to get the right click, and I can't really focus on who's really doing what, because everything's happening everywhere. Disruptor does go down to Lich ulti. Earth Spirit first hit fast coming off from Lifestealer, but Earth Spirit not going to be able to make it out alive. And now we got a Wild Mirana going to be going down. The damage output not really there. Nobody really able to focus down or focus down anybody, because Storm Spirit had a beautiful initiation top out after he stunned himself.
Bottom tower is on its way further down.
So really, that whole entire fight, I think it was a big mistake. The main thing came out from Disruptor. I think he threw his kinetic field before he threw his static storm, and he should have known that Lifestealer, the first thing he would do as soon as he saw a kinetic field, just pop that rage and run away. So what? Because Disruptor decided to go for that order of kinetic field then static storm, Lifestealer was able to run away. It would have been much more successful of a fight if he would have popped the static storm and then popped the kinetic field afterwards. Maybe he wouldn't have caught Lifestealer, sure, but he would at least make sure that his team could catch up and kill Lifestealer, maybe with a bunch of damage.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Maybe in a 4-stat forward too, coming up from somebody like Alchemist to keep him alive, to push him in there and let him get that position that he needs. So don't forget, guys, Disruptor is still a positional type hero. He needs to be able to get in those 6 positions to actually pop those good static storm and kinetic fields. Anyway, as far as ooh, Mirana ulti already. Wow, what was that on 6-second cooldown? Jeez. Oh, okay, 100-second cooldown. Right. So Mirana ulti is actually getting used right now. I don't know if they have any detection on the side. Oh, they do. Sentry Wars do scout out Disruptor. Disruptor getting blown up right now. He does go down. The zip forward comes out for Storm Spirit. BKB's getting popped on one side. Shadow Fiend gonna go for the ulti. Ulti gonna get canceled because of the A-Blade coming up from Lifestealer, doing quite a bit of work, but not gonna be enough work. Does go down to the Shadow Fiend ulti and they ironically. Meanwhile, we got Storm Spirit on the backside, running out of mana. Not gonna be able to do anything but stand there and die. Trying to zip out. Not gonna be able to zip far enough, and that will be another fight going towards a Radiant and going towards a Dire. The Radiant are in full retreat. Puck blinks out. TP coming out from Cometh on that Lich. His ulti's back up, but he's not going to be able to do anything but just run away. And that looks like that should be a tier 2. If not anything, they should be able to at least push a few towers out of this. But that fight went significantly better, mainly because the CC coming out from the Radiant wasn't really strong enough. They killed Disruptor outright. Basically, Storm Spirit popped his BKB. Lifestealer jumped out of Storm Spirit just to kill the Disruptor, and I think that was a big mistake. I think Lifestealer should have stayed inside of Storm for a little bit while longer, see who came out, and then jumped out and tried to go for the quick damage.
Radiant's bottom tower is now a
I
pile of dust.
pretty much just put it like this: the closer Lifestealer can get the Shadow Fiend, the closer Shadow Fiend can get him to it. The closer Storm Spirit can get Lifestealer to Shadow Fiend, then the quicker they can win this fight, because Shadow Fiend is their source of damage right now. Mirana has that negative armor, sure, and Puck actually blinks for a beautiful initiation coming on top of her. Meanwhile, we got Shadow Fiend pop his BKB, gonna be able to break that tether, trying to go for some right clicks. We got a nice little Billy coming out from Earth Spirit, but it's not gonna be able to do enough. Shadow Fiend trying to stay and fight, gets a kill on top of Storm, who actually think he did buy back, or maybe he just came alive fast enough. 4-staff coming forward from Lion, trying to get the kill on top of Shadow Fiend. Shadow Fiend gonna be able to make us alive, and I think that'll be actually 4-staff came out from Alchemist.
He's not on top of things.
But that'll be it. Maybe if they had an Earth Spirit still alive or Mirana still alive, one of the two, not necessarily both. They could have kept fighting because Shadow Fiend did have the Aegis, and Aegis is actually going to be running out once again in 30 seconds. The timing on these guys is Aegis, man. It sucks. But by the looks of it, they didn't want to take that risk of continuing the fight and possibly losing Aegis before it went down. But he should be getting healed up, so that'll be fine for him. Needs to make sure he doesn't take any damage though. And I get to see it right before my eyes, guys. The H is healing people. Okay, 7, 6, 5. Very unfortunate time to walk towards your fountain, 2. 2, 1, and the heal. There's Shadow Fiend, all healed up.
Silence.
That's a nice little secondary for Aegis as well. Healing the person up that was holding it. Oh, fun fact for everybody who out there who's wondering. So, E-Blade, or Ether Form, and physical damage. Basically, when you're Ether Form, you know you can't feel any physical damage. And by physical damage, I mean right clicks or spells that deal physical damage, like Bristleback's Cool Spray. One ability that is a physical damage type ability that you do not feel while you E-Blade is Alchemist's Unstable Concoction. Now, I feel like it should be magical because, well, it's like chemistry and stuff, but it's a physical type ability, so when Earth Spirit pops an E-Blade on top of somebody, I think they do still get stunned because it's a magical stun, but they don't feel any damage because they're E-bladed. Anyway, we got a zip coming forward from Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit is not going to be able to pick up a Mirana. Beautiful GM Mandator coming out from Earth Spirit. Disruptor taking a whole bunch of damage, not going down, being a baller like a boss. Beautiful stun coming out from Alchemist. Beautiful initiation coming up from these guys, or beautiful counter initiation coming up from these guys. Dead people everywhere. Puck's going to be going down. Lion's going to be going down here very soon. Lifestealer trying to run away with his life intact, but he's not going to be able to do anything but jump inside the line and pray to God that Lion can make us alive and make it far enough so he can come back in. Lion gets pulled back in. Lifestealer gets pulled back in as well. Lifestealer going to take all the damage. Throws out the E-Blade on top, or sorry, throws out the A-Blade on top of Earth Spirit. Not going to be able to do enough damage to kill him. And that'll be yet another fight going towards the Dire. This is not what you want to have happen. Like, Lifestealer, he's getting well handled enough. Like, the whole entire Dire side are doing a really good job of controlling the Storm. Yeah, Storm BKB'd in and tried to get the kill on top of Mirana, but beautiful GM Magnetic Grip coming out from Earth Spirit. And this is one thing that makes it a big issue for your whole entire team, or for the whole entire Radiant side, is that you have to make sure you can get rid of the supports, but you have to also make sure you focus on the carries, because if you let Mirana run around and just get free right click, she's gonna kill everybody. She's gonna murder people like she just did. If you let Shadow Fiend run around without, focusing him down or throwing some CC on top of him, same concept. He's gonna murder everybody on your team. So what's really happening is that the Dire have a lot of important targets at the same time, and the Radiant can't really go out enough CC to handle it. And what they really need is a sheep stick, but they're not going to be able to find it. Storm Spirit does zip forward, does miss the Mirana. He does over zip. It's going to actually zip on back to base because he wants to heal on up, get his mana back up. But it was definitely worthwhile dive. He was almost able to get it. Like, Mirana's right about there, Storm Spirit right about there. You guys saw it. Just like, a few hundred meters off.
Radiant's middle tower is not safe.
Middle tower taking big damage coming up from these creeps. These creeps do hit for 26, and these range ones hit for 33, and that siege creep hits for 40. I think he hits for a little bit more than that because, well, he's a siege creep. Siege creep hits towers for like 25% more damage.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Don't really know, but Roshan attempt was getting done. Looks like the Radiant will begin scouting. Lion's going to come over here. He's going to force up on higher ground. Takes a whole bunch of damage coming off Shadow Fiend. Beautiful ulti coming up from Mirana. Sentry Ward getting placed down already. The fight will be happening on top of Lion. Lion's going to be taking all the damage. Does go down to the Courier from Radiant almost going up to the high ground, almost going to no man's land. Arrow from Mirana does fly, almost hits Storm Spirit. Dear God, so freaking close. Not even funny. Silence comes off on top of Alchemist. They will be back away from this fight. The Radiant are in full retreat. I'm trying to keep up, but they move a little bit too fast. And Dire are right behind them. The illusions will be getting initiated upon. There's some Mirana illusion. They do know it's an illusion. And Roshan will be getting bravely done right now. This is going to be a 4v5 fight. We got an Earth Spirit on the outside, knowing that he doesn't need to come in. Storm Spirit trying to zip in, trying to do a little bit of damage. Catches the Storm, catches the Disruptor, gets the silence. BKB popped by him, doing a little bit of damage. Real fight happens on the front side. Shadow Fiend once again getting his ulti up, doing massive amounts of damage. Also stopping Lifestealer's damage as well. Lifestealer doing a whole bunch of damage too. Earth Spirit popping that E-Blade, make sure he stays alive. Lifestealer jumping in, jumping out of his ally. Probably didn't want to jump out just yet, but it does go down. Disruptor glimpsing Lich right on back to the fight. And guys, I think that just might be GG here very soon because Roshan is going to be getting taken by the Radiant once again. Looks like the Storm Spirit's actually stuck on the high ground. And GG does come out. Storm actually takes cheese? Yeah, Storm takes cheese. He's going to continue to run. He has all the mana in the world to run away. No, he doesn't take cheese. I don't really know what he took. But whatever it wasn't enough because he is getting chased right now to the gates of hell. Beautiful glimpse coming out from beautiful glimpse coming out from Disruptor. But sadly, the stun from Mirana did get thrown already, and that was only like a half a second stun. There's that negative armor coming up from Deso. The GG's were already thrown out. Mirana working on the MKB because why the freak not? Who needs more damage? Mirana does. Butterfly was purchased out by Shadow Fiend, so he can have that evasion after the next style, of course. So he can actually have some HP to use to evade. but he basically makes himself really survivable. Alchemist stun getting charged up, going to be landing on top of Lion here very soon if he can find the target. He will not be able, yes, he will be able to find the target. Disruptor, beautiful glimpse on top of Lion. Lion going to be 4 steps forward. That's not able to die. Stark Spirit coming on forward, trying to get the kill on top of Shadow Fiend. Shadow Fiend popping that BKB, going to go for the ulti once again. No, not going to go for the ulti, going to go for the right click instead. Storm Spirit dead, dropped into the ground. Actually, Puck dropped into the ground. Storm Spirit still alive, trying to zip around, doing a whole bunch of nice little kiting on top of Alchemist. Alchemist does go down, Shadow Fiend down as well, but he has Aegis. Lifestealer waiting for that open zoom to throw on top of him. Shadow Fiend, no BKB, A-Blade pop. Grumpy old man, gonna be going down here very soon. Gets bashed up as well, gets turned to a frog, gets stunned up, gets dead, and the middle towers, middle axis will be going down though. So good focus coming up from the Radiant. They are gonna be able to turn 2 axes with
Radiant's middle barracks have fallen.
Actually, no, Mirana not dead yet. Mirana dead.
Over here now.
So the Radiant showing that they still have some fight left in them, but I mean, I don't really know how much more they have left. I don't know how many more times they can actually lose these fights like that. Like I said, they need more control on top of Earth Spirit, at least Earth Spirit. But Disruptor is proven to be a huge problem to the point where Storm Spirit might have to start initiating on top of him. But here's the kicker, guys: if you focus a Disruptor, every second that you spend focusing Disruptor, you're losing seconds that you could have been focusing Mirana, and that's something that you don't want to do, especially when the kill counter or the kill timers, death timers right now, are where they are. Speaking of kill counters, the kill counter is actually extremely close, 33 to 37. If you look at the goal graph, it's going to be of course in favor of the Dire because they have been winning the lion's share of the fights, but I mean, the Radiant have been showing that they can still come back into this potentially if they can get a good initiation, like it did in that fight that happened up top, or the first fight that happened up top, not the second one. The second one was horrible. In their favor, or against their favor. Lifestealer come onto the high ground trying to get these Raxes down. They want to trade Raxes, they want to get what they can, but Shadow Fiend's going to be up very soon. He can TP right into the middle of all this and just go for the kill. Alchemist getting stunned on top of Lifesteler. Lifesteler getting 4 steps out. Dynasty on that Storm Spirit going to come forward, try to get the kill on top of something, not going to be able to do anything. Earth Spirit does have himself an A-Blade, so he can't use it, or E-Blade, so he can't use it if he needs to. Mirana ulti does come through. Earth Spirit is going to come forward, gets a nice little hit on top of Lich. Lich does get slowed up, and now Puck's on taking a whole bunch of damage. She does get caught with the stun, does go down. Easy kill is easy. Now we got Lifestealer coming back into the fight. Lifestealer, what are you doing? Go home, you're drunk. He's going to go ahead and TP out, trying to make it out on the live. We got TP on top of Lion, on top of the high ground there. Not going to be able to find him. Earth Spirit not able to roll fast enough. And Alchemist will be stunning himself up, but the middle tower did take a little bit of damage, but I don't think it's worth it. They lost a Puck and a Lich, and I don't know how they can recover from that. Yeah, they're just supports. Or Puck is, well yeah, Puck was, I don't know what Puck was. She was on an off lane. It was weird. The Lion has boots of travel, so he can try to do some backdooring and possibly die afterwards, because Earth Spirit has that mobility to catch up to him. Alchemist stun getting charged. He 4 steps forward, finds no target. Actually does find a target, does get the stun on top of Lion just in time. Beautiful glimpse coming out from Disruptor, and Lion dead. Wow. Good plays coming out from these guys. Meanwhile, Storm Spirit does zip up to top. He zips up to the top, tries to get a kill on top of Shadow Fiend, gets the sound on top of Alchemist instead. Not really what he wanted to do because Alchemist stun. It should be on cooldown here. And this top tower should be going down. Mirana, Shadow Fiend plus crew are just gonna whack away at it. It's the second set of racks in their favor. Storm Spirit zips in, gets a little pull on top of nobody. Actually gets stunned up by Earth Spirit. Beautiful play on top of that. Meanwhile, Lich ulti does come through, bounce on top of all the creeps in the wall. A lot of creeps here, so keep him alive. Meanwhile, Mirana does get stunned off. Lich does come forward, his dead body landing right here. GG comes off the Lifestealer. Fight's happening around the front side. I can't really focus, I don't really know where to focus, because the fight's happening everywhere. I'll just follow Alchemist, because he seems to be at the center of all the fights. GG well plays get thrown out. And we got Puck hiding in the trees.
Middle tower is not
gonna go ahead and hide in his own base. Well, it seemed like the Radiant were doing an excellent job shutting down Shadow Fiend. It was not enough. The supports were able to hold on long enough to actually make sure that they can kill everything. And Disruptor throws out celebratory. So Disruptor throws out celebratory static storm plus a kinetic field, and we also get the very mannered pause coming out. And that is the end of the first trial, guys. So that's the end of the game, and also the first trial. So there you have it, dire victory for the first one. So anyway, like I said, my name is CulBlu. I brought you guys the first of my caster trials. There are 7 trials. I plan on doing all 7. I just have to find 3 other people now to cast with. But anyway, my name is CulBlu. Shout out to Casters Network. Thank you for bringing this opportunity to us. Of course, it's technically a shout out to myself, but I can still give shout outs, can't I? And also shout out to CulBlu Dota, which is my stuff. You guys can check me out on my YouTube page. It's all linked down at the bottom of the description. that's really it. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys whenever.